Video preview.
Hey everyone, Brian Ekberg here at ABC Studios here in downtown San Francisco, and we are checking out the game that's right behind me here in this lovely control room. It's Split Second from Disney Interactive Studios. Now, we've seen this game a lot in the past. Just last week we had it on Today on the Spot, and now we're going to check out something we haven't seen before, the multiplayer aspects of the game. So sit back, relax, we'll tell you all about the multiplayer aspects of Split Second. First, let's talk about the basics of Split Second. This is a huge racing game set in a reality show where everything explodes, and that's basically the entire point of the game. As you race around the tracks, you set off what are called power plays, which are basically events that happen on track, explosions, things sliding, falling, crashing, whatever they can do to screw up the other racers on the track. You enact these power plays by building up your power play meter, which is located just beneath your car. Do that by doing cool things like drifting, jumping, drafting off of other cars, and as you build up your meter, you'll be able to set off power plays with either the A or X buttons, or when your power play meter is full, you can set it off with the B button for the biggest explosions in the game. Disney showed off two different modes. We had races and survival. With the races, that's just what it sounds like. 2 or 3 lap races across all the different levels that we're showing off, including the airport and the shipyard, and the first across the finish line was the winner. With survival mode, the idea is to pass as many huge tanker trucks as you can. The more tanker trucks you pass in a row, the higher your combo score will be at the end of the race. The only problem is the tanker trucks are dropping explosive barrels off the back, which you'll need to avoid. Blue barrels will knock you off course. Red barrels will destroy your car completely. The player who has passed the most trucks and has racked up the highest score at the end of the race is declared the winner. Now, power plays in multiplayer are incredibly important. Not only can you destroy other cars, but you can also set off route changes, which, just as they sound, change the route through the game. These come in 2 different flavors, just like regular power plays. You have the basic ones, which might earn you a second or 2, and you have huge route changes, which come with massive explosions and can be a huge benefit for you on the track. Of course, in order to set off a massive route change power play, you'll have to have your power play meter filled up. In between multiplayer races, you'll have an idea of how you stack up with the competition thanks to credits. These are basically championship points that you earn after each race. There's also a ranking system. If you do well in a race, your ranking will go down. The lower number is the better number. And if you screw up, the ranking will go back up. Basically, this is a shortcut to see how you stack up against your opponents online. One of the coolest aspects of Split Second is the achievements. As you open up achievements in the game, they'll become decals that are placed onto your car. So people will be able to see exactly what you've done just by looking at your car at the beginning of the race. In Split Second, there are 3 different car classes. You have the sleek sports car class, which are incredibly fast but very susceptible to damage, are destroyed easily, and are easily swayed with power plays. You have the middle class, or sort of muscle cars. They're a little bit stronger than the sports car class, but also a little bit slower. And then finally you have trucks, which are incredibly strong, but also the slowest of the bunch. Depending on the course you're running, you want to choose your vehicle accordingly. Well, there you go. There's your look at some of the multiplayer aspects of Split Second. Of course, Disney hasn't played all of their cards. There's still more multiplayer and single-player modes to learn about. We'll be following all of that leading up to the game's May 18th release, so stick around for more Split Second.